Hey, what is up guys, this is your boy I'm here bringing you another video today, and today guys we have a brand new update on the side of Grand Summoners Global, so why not cover it. Not as exciting what's going to be coming next week though, but still is very cool, and we have some very cool stuff happening during this week, so let's cover it all. So we have new units, we have Vogue, Cain, and Dark Mars X. So right here, well, wait, really? You're only gonna show Dark Mars X, and he's like the worst one on the banner, to be honest. But still, let's cover everybody. Let me just say, before we even get into this, all three of these units are, well, the two on the side, Vogue and Cain, both of these units are decent. Pretty much you're only going to see them on mono earth teams. That's pretty much it, to be honest. You probably won't see them at all anywhere else. Cain has a very niche true art, let me say, and you could do something with him against certain bosses, which is cool. And then also Cain has a really cool mechanic, which we'll just cover that in just a second. Dark Mars X though, if you have Light Mars X, there should be no reason using Dark Mars X. He's not that good. Yeah, you see right here, he raises HP by 100%. He sacrifices it for lasting massive damage. That massive damage is not massive damage. So yeah, he's also non-awoken. Dark Mars X is non-awoken, but Vogue and Cain are awoken. So here we go. So this right here is Dark Mars X. We've all seen him and all that. Pretty much he's the exact same as his light counterpart, but he has some differences. His skill does 1800% fire, water, earth damage, physical, heals own poison, disease, curse, burn effects, so he's going to be able to cleanse himself out of any of those status effects that he gets afflicted by. He has a 10-second cooldown, 1800 break on his skill. His normal art is 16,000% non-elemental damage, increased crit rate of own arts by 100%, use 15% of own HP, constant damage to enemy for 30 seconds. So it's kind of a poison. Also, from what I know, no matter how much resistances the enemy has, the constant damage will always go off. It will always, it's a guarantee to go off. From what I know, from what I've read, it's a guarantee to go off. 2,800 break. You see his stats right here. Also, his equipment slots are 5-star magic, 5-star magic, and 5-star support. Now right here we have his abilities. His first ability is Power of Gods, 50% damage up to all races except gods. Ability Abyss, max HP 100% up, gradually reduces max HP for 150 seconds, max reduce 50% from original HP. So how does this work, OP? Pretty much whenever you start the fight, you will have 100% HP, right? You will have a max of 100% HP, but throughout the fight, throughout the duration of 150 seconds, you will constantly keep reducing your max HP to 50% of 100% of your HP. So 50%, so half of your HP will be what your max HP will be after 150 seconds is up. So he's kind of a unit that wants to just get in there, do as much damage as he can before his HP gets too low, because once his HP gets too low, he's just gonna die. So yeah, that's the real drawback from him, and that's the one reason why no one really uses him. And then his last ability is Physical Evade Chance up level 4, evades physical attacks by 20%. Really good. Now right here we have Vogue. He is pretty much what do I want to call this? He's pretty much a weaker version of Freed. He's Earth Freed, to be honest. So let's get into this. Also, well, let me just say this, is that he's a lot weaker though than Freed. So yeah. Alright, so we have Vogue right here, the Emerald Blade Master Vogue. He's also Arth's brother. His skill, Emerald Sword, 5-second cooldown, 600 break, 1400% earth damage and physical, increase own art gauge by 10, reduces enemies accuracy rate by 30% for 5 seconds when crit attack. So whenever you crit, you reduce the enemy's accuracy by 30%. Pretty solid. It could make it to where, you know, you don't take as much damage for those 5 seconds, which is pretty decent, but nothing too crazy. His normal art, however, is his Emerald Blade. This is 2000 break, 12,000% earth damage physical, increases damage and crit rate every time arts is used, up to a maximum of 100%. So every time you use this, it's 20% crit rate and 20% damage up every time you use this, up to 100%. So, you know, within 5 uses, you will have your max crit and max damage that you can have with his normal art, and then that will allow his true art and everything else, so he's gonna have 100% crit chance. And you guys know, if you guys seen Freed, you guys know how that works. Also Czar, you know, other units as well. His true art is Emerald Sword Reincarnation, 2800 break, 1800 or 18,000% earth damage physical, will not flinch, and increase all allies accuracy rate by 50% for 10 seconds. So the accuracy rate by 50% is actually a decent buff, to be honest. Any boss that has evasion, he's going to be really good to use on it, so you guys don't miss. Apart from that though, his true art, let me say, has a really low modifier if you notice, and I think the reason for that is because since he is increasing his damage up to 100% with his normal art, and the way how you will use him is you will want to stack up his normal art and his crit rate, or let me say his damage and his crit rate up to 100% before you actually use his true art. So maybe that's why his art, or his true art modifier, let me say, is lower. But overall, Vogue, I use him on JP on my mono earth team, and he's actually not too bad. He's pretty decent, and yeah, that's pretty much just all in his kit right there, and it's pretty solid. Now moving on from that, we have his abilities. We have magic evasion rate up level 4, 20% chance of evading magic attacks, and then we have the sword mentor. Whenever he's used on the same team with Arth, this is what he gets. So Arth's break power is 10% up, and damage from enemies 10% down only once. So whenever Arth and Vogue are on the same team, Arth will have 10% more break power, and he will have he will get reduced damage from the enemies, so enemies will hit him 10% less harder, which is decent. You may use him on a mono earth team with Arth, possibly, I'm not for sure. Either way, I think he's a pretty solid unit for mono earth if you want to use him on your mono earth team. I don't really see him being used though anywhere else, so yeah. Moving on, that we have Cain. Cain is a really cool unit. He has a really cool gimmick to him, so let's get into what that is. His skill is 1850% earth damage physical, increase own art gauge by 1 for 5 seconds, 8-second cooldown, 900 break. His art is Raging Cannon, 2400 break, 16,200% earth damage magic, high chance of paralyzing the enemy, and then finally his true art, which is where the cool mechanic comes into play. True art, Grand Army, 3,200 break, 22,600% earth damage physical, 50% chance of increasing own art gauge by 200. This effect will activate up to 3 times in a row. So how this works is whenever you use his true art, he will have a 50% chance to get it right back. So you can use this ability 3 times in a row, meaning you can get your true art back up to 3 times in a row, but then after that you will not be able to get it back, so you will have to, you know, get back up your true art, and then you can do it again. From what I understand, that's how the mechanic works. So that's why I'm saying he has a really cool mechanic, because literally he can get his true art back instantaneously once he uses it, which I think is dope. It's freaking cool. Also, his equipment slots are 5-star magic, 5-star support, and 4-star physical. Also, did I cover Vogue's true weapons, or not true weapons, but his equipment? His equipment is 5-star physical, 5-star magic, and 4-star physical. So yeah, back to Cain though. Cain has a really cool kit overall, and I may, if I pull him or if I get him later on down the line, I actually may use him because he seems very unique as a unit, and he has a very cool like gambling mechanic. Like, you kind of gamble with his true art to see if you get it or not, which I think is dope. Moving on from that, we have his stats right here. Now his abilities is Fatal Blow level 2, increased crit damage by 20%. He has ability Water Elemental Killer level 7, increased damage to water elemental units by 35%. Ability Human Enhancements level 3, all statuses of human units 15% up. That right there is actually not bad. So if he's used on a Earth team and everyone on the Earth team is humans, let's say, you will get 15% bonus stats, which is really good, because if you're using mono earth and maybe let's say your mono earth team is also nothing but humans, or not even nothing but humans, but is majority humans, right? You're also getting the 15% from his ability right here to everybody. And then you're also getting, let's say if you're using the Earth Relic to also buff up your everyone's stats by 20%, then you're getting pretty much a 35% stat buff on everyone that's a human on your mono Earth team with that, which is very solid, to be honest. And overall, I think Cain is a pretty good addition, very unique kit, and I can't wait to see what people do with him, because I want to see people use him, because I think he's going to be very, very cool in the game. I really like his gambling mechanic and all that, and he's very unique in my opinion. So yeah, moving on from that, we have Light Mars X. We all know what Light Mars X does, and then number 2 is the other one on the banner. Now let me just say this before we even go on any further. If you guys are asking me, OP, should I pull on this banner? No, you should not. The reason for that is because literally this crossover, where is it? This right here. The slime crossover is coming literally next week. There is no reason to pull on that banner. Do not pull on it. It's not worth it. Just don't do it. This crossover is coming next week. This crossover brings, one of the best supports in the game, even in the Japanese side. So yeah, I would wait till then and just get the support and try to pull for the support unit there. Now moving on from that is the new units and all of that good stuff. We have the Forever Summon here. Finally, we already covered that in a completely different video. So if you haven't seen that out, go check that out. And pretty much it also explains to you here exactly how the Forever Summon works. So keep that in mind. Me personally, the first unit I actually got, if we actually go to my heroes right here, I think it's actually in here. Here it is. The first unit I actually got was freed. I was hoping for Sunny, but I got freed for my first day, so I'm actually not going to accept that. I'm going to back out and wait till tomorrow and see if I can get lucky and see if I can get Sunny or something like that. I actually got freed on my first one. I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. So moving on to that, we have the Shrine of Oblivion. This is a brand new Crest Dungeon coming to GS, or actually let me say global GS. So yee, let's get it. I don't know why I did that. So Shrine of Oblivion. The Shrine of Oblivion has opened its gates. Defeat the powered up giant boss Odeus? Odeus, I'm pretty sure that is Odeus, to get the limited crest Promise of Funeral God. He looks really cool too. Let me just say, the new limited crest boosts arts damage by 15% in exchange for reducing max HP by 15%. It's perfect for high stat units like Freed, and they're not lying. It actually is. It's pretty good for people that can buff their stats like that. He has the limited crest, like I said, Promise of Funeral God, and he also has drop rates up on Dark Resistance, Heal Amount up, BE Output up, and Status Element Resistance. That's actually really good because BE Output is actually a very solid crest to get. Also, Heal Amount up is very solid as well. Dark Resist is not really that good. Status Elements Resistance is not really that good. But BE Output and Heal Amount up is actually very solid crest. Now right here it says the Shrine of Oblivion will be open without battle limits. Go for 4+ crest as many times as you want. Now I'm actually not for sure if this crest or this palace right here actually has every crest in it. I think it does. I could be wrong. You guys correct me in the comment section below if you can get any crest from this. But yeah, this is literally no restrictions on this. You can do this as many times as you want a day. There's no battle limits. Literally, you can go in here and just farm left and right. Pretty sure it does cost stamina though, so there is that. But if you're a veteran player, you have so many stamina pots. It's not even. It's crazy. You don't even need to worry about stamina pots. Moving on from that, we have Play Mars X's event for stat boosting equips. So this is a Revival event, and we have a brand new equipment from it. So let's look at it. Also, I love how all the Mars X equipments look. I think they all look really cool. So here we go. So let's scroll down. So here is the brand new equip: Relic Sword of Revenge, 70-second cooldown, HP 150, attack 150, defense 150, break 500, strong desire, gradually increase attack and defense for 90 seconds, max 30% only once. So you will gradually increase your attack and defense over the course of 90 seconds, which is very solid. And then also his skill is 5000% non-elemental damage physical, increases damage to all races by 15% for 8 seconds. This is actually not a bad equip, to be honest. It is kind of slow though with his ability, but still, if you are able, or if you were fighting in a very long fight, this actually isn't bad at all because you will be able to increase your attack and defense by 30%. So if you're fighting in a fight that takes a long time, maybe you're doing a Crest Dungeon, or maybe you're fighting Rags or something like that, this actually could be pretty decent on those longer boss fights. So yeah, moving on to that, we had the equipments. These were all healed during the last Revival event, or whenever the event first came out. So let's just go ahead and cover them. We have Relic Punish Fireblade, 50-second CT, HP 150, attack 150, defense 150, Beyond Flash, increase attack gradually for 120 seconds, max 30% only once, break 500. The skill is 3000% fire damage physical, reduce enemies fire resistance by 30% for 15 seconds. This is actually not a bad equip at all on a mono fire team. I could definitely see this getting used because of its skill alone. Also, it has only a 50-second cooldown, which actually isn't that long. The only downside to this equip personally to me is that it doesn't have a burn on its skill. I think that would be really good. And also, it takes a very long time, 120 seconds. You could be done with the event in 120 seconds. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But overall, I think this does have some use, and you will be seeing this get used sometimes. We also we have the 5-star defense item, Relic Repent Lance, 50-second CT, HP 150, attack 150, defense 150. 50, boys. So during Flash, that's his ability, increase defense gradually for 120 seconds, max 30%, only once. We have 3000% water damage magic, reduce enemies water resistance by 30% for 15 seconds. Same thing, see this being used on a mono water team, but don't really expect it to be doing a lot for you because it's a defense item, so you are giving up some type of negation if you're wanting to negate damage on your mono water team, so you are giving that up. However, this will increase your damage by a good amount. Reducing enemies water resistance by 30% is a very good debuff, so I could definitely see this being getting used. Same thing as all of the equipments here. Only downside I see really is that this, for one, this is defense equipment, it doesn't negate damage, and for two, this during Flash right here is increased defense gradually for 120, or yeah, did I say decrease? I think I said increase, hopefully. Increase defense gradually for 120 seconds. So that right there is very solid. It's just that the 120 seconds is kind of sucks because, you know, you could be done with an event in 120 seconds. Now, the heal item, the 5-star healing, we have Relic Fallen Bow. Skill CT 50 seconds, HP, attack and defense 150, break 500. With Flash, this is the ability it has. Increase max HP gradually for 120 seconds. Its skill is 3000% earth damage magic. Reduce enemies earth resistance by 30% for 15 seconds. Only downside I see to this is the same thing that all these equips have. The duration for the max HP is a very long time. You could be done with the event in that time. And then also, this is a healing item that does not heal you, but instead reduces enemies earth resistance by 30%. So you could maybe use this on someone that doesn't really need to heal, and you have another healing item like guts on someone else. You could maybe do that, but it is what it is. Overall, I think all these equips do have some use if you want to get them, but overall I think the new equip is actually probably the best thing because it has the shortest thing, and also it increases all damage to all races by 15%, so that's not bad at all. You could definitely farm some of these. I may farm some of them and see what I can get from them. So yeah, that is the event. Now moving on from that, we have Vogue and Kane's true weapon. Probably should have went over these after I went over Vogue and Kane, but it is what it is. So we have Vogue. We have his true weapon here. True Mastery is his ability he gets. When equipped by Vogue, increase damage by 20% and reduce physical damage from enemies by 15% only once. Moving on from that, we have Evade Chance when near death level 2. Evasion rate 10% up when near death. That's actually not bad because Vogue has a ton of evasion built into his kit. Moving on from that, we have his skill, which is 7,200% earth damage physical. Increase all allies, or all earth units, let me say, break power by 30% for 8 seconds. So you can see if you have his true weapon, he definitely wants to be on the same team as his brother, which is Arth. So if you're on the same team as Arth and you have Vogue and Arth on the same team plus his true weapon, then that means once you pop his true weapon, including Vogue's ability passive, Arth himself will have a total of 40% break, which is pretty good. On top of that, you maybe are also running Cain or something, so you're going to be getting a ton of break power on Arth, which is very, very solid. So yeah, that is Arth. Now moving on to that, we have True Glorious, or yeah, Glorious. So this is Kane's true weapon. Attack plus 500, break 1200. Leading position, this is the ability. Equipped by Cain, increase damage by 20% and negates paralyze and freeze only once. Morale boost is his second ability on it. If user is human, which Cain is human, own art damage 10% up and art damage from enemy 15% down. So if you take a art from the enemy, you're going to be reducing that damage, which is going to make you a little bit tankier against enemy arts, which is decent. And then his skill on it is 7,200% earth damage magic, 80% chance of paralyzing the enemy. That's actually not bad. 80% chance to paralyze the enemy is actually really good, and you know that could definitely come in clutch against certain bosses. Now this, is number 2's true equip, so no one cares about that. Now I think that is actually it. I actually think for this update, yeah. And also there's another thing too. I think they advertised it on not Twitch, but on Twitter about like a new potion thing that we could buy. Like it's like you could get 5 potions or something like that, or you could get like 200 up to 200 potions a month or something. Let me see if I can find it in the shop real quick. Well, I couldn't find what they were talking about, but they said something on Twitter where you could buy up to 200 potions a month or something like that, to where it could increase your time playing GS and everything. So they're trying to promote people to play GS for longer periods of time, but I don't know where that is. Maybe that's in the town or something. I'm not for sure. Maybe you can buy it with coins, or maybe you have to actually buy it with crystals, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, you can buy up to 200 large potions or something like that up like every month now, which I don't know how you do that. You guys tell me in the comment section below. I didn't see it anywhere in the news. I just saw it. They posted about it on on Twitter. Apart from that though, guys, it's been your boy OP. Thank you all for coming out, man. Hopefully you guys get what you want. If you guys are summoning on this banner, if you guys are waiting for the crossover, then hey, hopefully you guys get something good during the crossover. Also, if you guys are gonna be farming this event or farming the new Crest Dungeon, hopefully you guys get lucky with those Crest drops. Now guys, that's gonna be it for the video today. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you guys enjoyed the video, found it informative, definitely hit that like button. And that's gonna be it for your boy OP. I actually may be releasing an Apex Legends video tomorrow, going like, you know, just playing the game with me and my friends and having some fun and all that. So I may do that, it just depends. But yeah guys, gonna be it for the video today. Also gonna be streaming tonight at 7 p.m. CST, so see you guys there, and I'm out guys. Peace.